Okay. Now, it's very important when you're trying to organize this course to think about 3 things, 2 things, and 1 thing. 3 things are the 3 things that are behind the course, which are the portfolio, the workplace mentorship, and the measure twice, cut once. So the idea of those 3 things is, those are the rules that we follow in the course. Portfolio rules are, there's 3 things. You know where you are, you know where you want to go, and you know how to get there. We do that by sending out regular reports that show you your mark and give you advice on how to improve it. That's the portfolio. Workplace mentorship is 6 rules that the apprenticeship people have put together for you to be successful apprentices. We're going to begin to look at that because you have to complete that as one of your non-course outcomes. One of your non-course milestones, you have to complete that. So that's the M column in your blueprint. So it's very important to complete that. Measure twice, cut once. That means, you know, you should start any task in the blueprint right now. And common sense will give you something to write about it and send it in. Because writing about it and sending it in gets you some marks and gets you on the chart. Not writing about it and not sending it in leaves that chart empty. So you want to get some marks on the chart. So you need to use your common sense, you need to pick something on the blueprint, you need to write about it and send it in and get on the chart. Those are the 3 things: the portfolio, workplace mentorship, and measure twice, cut once. 2 things are 2 hours per week. The people who designed the course created it for 2 hours a week. In those 2 hours, we have to do planning, reading, research, writing. It's a communications course, and planning is something the trade would like you to be able to do, even if it's only to plan to bring your tools to the job. Reading is essential in the trade. It's called document use. You have an electrical code, you have manufacturer specifications. Reading is an essential skill. Research involves looking up, how do I make this work? How do I test this? You know, how do I use this instrument? Writing is writing out the things that you know, and the major benefit of that, of course, is for your portfolio. Okay, the way we divide it up, 2 hours per week gets you a very good mark. The first hour is where we'll concentrate on planning and reading, from 8:30 to 9:30. The hour from 9:30 to 10:30 is for research and writing. I'm assuming, and I think that you'd be wise, to go in, if you're going to leave here at 8:30, find yourself a computer, because a computer is where you can do your research, and it's where you can do your writing. We still meet here at 9:30, and we use that computer. So over the past few weeks, you know, 3 or 4 of us, 2 of us, have gotten together, and we've done some research and writing in the second hour here. Those people who've been able to do that have increased their mark on the grid. Now, if you're okay with doing it by yourself, that's great. If you're going away from here, and you're doing the research, and you're doing the writing, that's great. If you're only getting 1 hour a week in, you're going to make 50%. The passive course is 60%. So say to yourself, I'm getting a good hour a week in on this course. I need to get 2 hours a week in to make a pass, to make a good mark. Somewhere between 1 hour and 2 hours is going to get you a pass. You know what you're doing. You know what you have to do. All right. Number 1 is what I call chunking. That means there's some things in those 25 items that can be put together in groups of 5. You know, we can put them together. And when we put them together in 5s, that means instead of doing 5 tasks, you can do 1 for all of the points. Now, those tasks are a little bit more detailed, require some dialogue back and forth for you to be successful. You can tackle all the little tasks mostly by yourself. Like I said, it's mostly common sense. Write down the common sense, send it in. If you want to chunk them together, we have to talk. It's not an online course. It's not a course that you can do without talking because it's a communications course. So we have to talk. All right. So when we look more into here, you'll see how important asking questions and talking is. Any questions?
What's this chat for?
Very good question. It's really